So today we're flying down to an alien planet to collect lots of resources, while also fending off the inevitable danger. So let's just get started. We have to extract this ore here so we can place down a couple of mine heads. We could focus on extracting as much as we can with each of these, but we also don't have an infinite amount, so we might as well get as much as we can. And then we have to make sure that they're all powered with a power network here of pylons. This might sound familiar to some of you, and it gets even more familiar, trust me. But this is also going to be a huge power draw, so let's get some solar panels in place too, as we are already negative in power production. Thankfully, with just a couple of solar panels, we are now in the positive, although we could definitely stand to put a few more down because the power draw is going to get even worse. And so is the danger. If you look at the mini-map and see all the green stuff, it's bad. Just a mess of undergrowth and vines popping out here. There's that stuff there, there's this stuff here, and there's pink stuff over here. So we have our work cut out for us. Thankfully, we do have some tanks to defend, and we should also try to control as many ore fields as we can before the stuff takes it over, but we also need to manage our resources, since our money amount is not infinite. At the very least, if we get enough ore, then we can send it off with a rocket. And then while that's building, we should also set up some defenses as well, so we can get a wall going at the bottom of this ramp here, using a careful amount of ore. And now that the rocket is built, once there's enough in our reserve, it'll start to collect it and then ship it off to sell it. But we can see that the stuff is already making its way down the ramp over here. So maybe our tanks are better served holding it over here in this choke point. But now that the rocket has collected enough, it'll send it off to sell it, so we can start to get money back. And once we do, we can place down some more things like mine heads. Our tank should be good for an initial defense over here, but we're definitely gonna need some more units. And let's also start to get some more defenses in place as well, like these turrets, which are a little expensive, and they also need more power. Thankfully though, we're making enough, and now we have some more defenses on our wall, which the power supply is starting to dwindle a little bit, so a few more solar panels. And now we're out of money. And the massive vines that were there are starting to spread a little stronger, so we definitely need some more units. It's about time that we built a light factory here to get more units. And now our tanks are starting to attack the growth here. The light undergrowth isn't so bad for them, it's mostly the vines and the deadly tendrils here that are the bigger threat. So we could also get some walls built behind them to hold the line a little bit better, although it is starting to grow that way, which isn't good. So let's call in some more things, like we have access to a medium tank right now. The problem is these things also cost ore to make, so it's a careful balance of money and ore. But here's our medium tank. Now we should definitely get some more light tanks lined up, as well as some more mine heads in production. Or not production, operation. But these two should definitely get down here and hold the line here. And the medium tank is really good at blasting the trunks of things. So we should definitely get another one going over here as soon as we can, since the trunks are getting ever closer, and the growths are starting to converge over here. At least when they collide, they don't start to grow past each other. But now we have a medium tank that can join the forces over here. At least the tanks are really good at supporting each other, so it's really not growing past this point. Although we could definitely use some more light tanks, especially as our forces are getting a little overwhelmed over here. So let's get another turret onto this wall right here. And now you two can join your comrades down here. And now if we take out the trunk here, then that should slow down the growth a great deal. So the medium tank will blast that, and sure enough, the growth in front of it is dying. Although it's not a great deal of slowdown, so we should definitely push our tanks up and take out this trunk here. And if we reach just a little bit further, move up the trunk line, or not trunk line, the tank line, like so. Just reach a little bit further. Come on, you got it. Yes, we got it. So now all of this should start to die out. Oh, that is beautiful. Now, please take out some more of the trunks that are right here, which is helping beat it back. Excellent. Most excellent. Now, it would help if you were actually hitting the trunks over here, which is helping, but there is still a big line of tendrils happening here, so that's not good. Thankfully, that's all dying away. Now our tanks are doing really good at holding a line here. Over here, they might need a little bit of help, and we are starting to get a good surplus of ore, so we can get another tank here and still send off more for money, which we should use to extend our power supply over the way of the other tanks, so we can get some more ore fields in production. And also eventually work our way to the head of the plant growth to cut it off entirely. It's just a constant tug-of-war with the plant growth, which we are doing decently well at cutting off the growths here. But as we cut off the growths here, then this one is starting to grow further. So you should absolutely be cutting off the trunks over here as well. And then for our mining operations, we should put in a silo so we can increase the maximum of ore that we produce, because the more expensive buildings are, well, more expensive. Like this advanced tech center here. But we are producing more ore than we are sending off to sell, which is good news. Uh-oh, but things are getting destroyed over here. That's not good. We should pull them back a little bit. Oh, but now our medium tank isn't moving. Need to cut off the growth here before it explodes. There we go, there we go. And then cut this off too. And then light tanks protect the medium tank if you don't mind. Come on, destroy the vine. There you go. Okay, now that's cut off there. So let's retreat our tanks a little bit so we can hold this line better. We could definitely use some walls over there. So we use a minuscule amount of ore like so, but the gates are also not 45-degree friendly. And the turrets can go kind of next to the wall, which also needs power. Thankfully, we have plenty to use, so we can queue up a whole line like this to get over there as quickly as possible. And our tank should be a little bit outside the wall so they can protect it while the turrets get in place. Now the turrets are in place, and then we need to push back these trunks further. Our medium tank can still reach these, which is good. It just doesn't do it on its own, which is unfortunate. And now we're starting to exhaust the mines over here. So let's just demolish those, get a little bit of resources back, and build them again in a different spot. And we also have enough range over here that we can build more mines on this spot. And you are getting a little too comfortable over there. This stuff spreads faster than the rumor weed. And there's also a massive one down here that's not good. If we had another... Oh, hey, we have another medium tank. Can you get over here to this cliff and then shoot downward? That would help. And our power supply is also in the danger zone, which means the turrets can't function at full capacity. Okay, but this mine has depleted, so we can trash that, get a solar panel fund. Okay, and then we can build back the power supply. Now, the medium tank is actually doing pretty well over here at clearing a line, but it could also use some backup. So let's move the light tanks out further. They'll get damaged a little bit because of the tendrils, but it shouldn't be too bad. And you can still clear out this line here, hopefully. But now we have enough reserves so we can make an advanced tech facility and unlock better things. And it would be nice if the medium tanks just targeted the trunks outright, but as long as we keep ahead of it, then we should be fine. It's just a back and forth between the two locations. And also gain a few more defenses over here. If we can get this line held well enough, then we can pull these tanks back to support the other line. But I don't think we have that luxury, unfortunately. Although what we can do is move our tank line a little bit further up to cut off this trunk here, because that'll open up a huge line. And thankfully, now it's in range. Blast it, blast it, blast it. Yes, we cut it off. And that just opens up so much more land. I love it. But we can't use it, unfortunately, because there's still these growths over here. And now these tanks are starting to get a little bit of trouble as a medium tank is destroyed. So let's hire another one and another light tank to replace the one that we lost. Okay, they're actually starting to get a little overrun here. Fall back. And now the growth is starting to get a little crazy over here. So that's going to cause some trouble for this line of tanks here. It would be nice to have the funds to unlock things, but we're kind of in defensive mode right now, as if we weren't already. Just need you to keep destroying growths like this. They're starting to overlap a little bit, which makes it a little difficult to keep up with. But now that one's cut off. Oh dear, and we're losing tanks over here. Need you to pull back. We are just barely keeping up with the optional objective of map coverage. Although we definitely need way more tanks, so let's queue up a lot of them. We have a lot of reserves, so that's good news. And let's set up more permanent defenses further out here. Okay, we're actually doing good on power. Let's actually build a battery. That should let us get a bigger maximum, so we don't have to worry so much about a deficit. And speaking of a deficit, this mine over here is having a big old power deficit. That's it, that's it. Destroy a little bit more. Yes! Oh, that freed up so much space. But now that one up here is reaching way far, and you guys need to do a way better job of cutting off the trunks. If these guys can move just a little bit up here, we can cut off this long one up here. That should do good. And we have enough resources stored up that, oh, we can almost research something. Processing plant, substation, advanced solar. I would rather some more defensive units. But here, let's unlock the processing plant because that'll let us extract the resources faster. It does mean they deplete faster, but we kind of need the ore for things anyway. But that vine is branching up there into this area, although it is cutting off the pink growth, which I think is going to be more dangerous. So we can leave that one up there as is. But now you here should probably cut off this vine down there. And we unlocked the processing plant. Excellent. So we can get it next to these ones here and then these three up here. If only we had money. At least one should work, as more mines are getting depleted. Just gotta keep up the production. And also probably support these tanks that are getting a little bit overrun. Especially from this side. Oh, that's dangerous. Also, why are you guys moving in like that? Fall back. I want the medium tanks to destroy the things, not you guys. But now we kinda need these guys to work towards beating this vine here if they can. So do you mind starting to push this way? It might help if they had another medium tank over there, so let's get one of those. Oh great, lack of power. Our medium tanks might actually be able to push forward enough to beat back this vine on their own without support from the other side. We can try it, but we should leave one back here to support these light tanks here. And then let's research the advanced solar panels. Now, since we need kinda money quicker, let's build another rocket pad. It is a bigger power draw, but it'll help us get money quicker. And now you need to cut off this guy. And then you should probably group up with these light tanks here. You guys can make a new line. Now this vine is cut off, which will help them. And then this one will start to get cut off. Why are you moving forward? You shouldn't need to. Really not liking the amount of defense we have to be on for this. We need some more medium tanks to clear out large swaths of them. We can support up to 20 units, but now we can place down some advanced solar panels, so that should really help the power draw. So you join down here, and then the next one can go down here with these ones. It's a little sketchy, and our tanks are starting to take a lot of damage. I would like this mobile repair unit, but that takes a lot of ore. But now with all of our troops having support from tanks such as these, we can probably push forward this way and start cutting off the vines here. Though it would be beneficial to just cut off this thing entirely, although I don't know if that's possible right now. It's almost like we need a team to hold the line and then another team to attack the blossom. But 2 tanks attacking the trunk makes quick work of them, so we're clearing up a lot more of the terrain. So while our units are doing that, we should also have them do the same on the other side. So now we're in range of those trunks there, that's clearing up more there, excellent. This whole war on 2 fronts thing is not a great battle strategy, but it's what we have to do. But actually, this line of tanks should be able to create a solid defense, so we could work on one growth at a time. As our line is starting to get a little overrun here, we do have another medium tank. If it reaches here, can it actually reach the trunk down there? That would be huge. It's looking good. It's blasting. Like Danny DeVito just started blasting. Let's move it further up so it can be a little bit more helpful. Just get in position and fire. Yes, it's blasting the trunk down there. Perfect. That's gonna be a major help. We should have just a line of medium tanks up here. Oh, the trunk is whittling away, or wilting away. We should definitely get more defenses on this wall and then probably pull the tanks back. Not really sure which one is gonna be easier to get to. I feel like it's gonna be this one on the left side here. Now, the substation helps the power supply, but we're not really at risk of that right now. Just need a little more for the artillery. Time to get over here and chop this one down. This is working better. Ooh, now we have enough to research the artillery. Yes! So if we could hold the vines at this choke point, then we could get the other ore fields that are down here. Although that does open up the door for the pink to advance here. It's risky. I know there's ore deposits down here, so we could at least try to hold that. It's just a dangerous process of getting there, but the artillery should help. So that needs 600 ore to build. Gross. We really need to start pushing here. Mostly probably to this one because we can see it a little bit. But if our tanks can hold it, then we can get the pylon network reached out there, and then we can get a mine set up. It's just a matter of keeping the trunks at bay. And if they're cut off, then that should at least stunt their growth. But also this line of light tanks could certainly move ahead of the medium ones to just slowly push it outward. And because the pylon is there, we can set up some more turrets around it. Which, speaking of, another thing that we could research is the artillery turrets. But that's also expensive. But let's get one mine in place here, and then protect it as much as we can. Which probably means we have to move these tanks around it. So just flank either side of it. It's really hard to tell where we need to push, since it all just grows so fast. It might actually be better to hold them at this choke point, because then we could have this field with no problem, but again, the pink. So we should definitely be setting up more turrets as defense, because we're close to our unit maximum. So now it's time for more advanced solar panels. This is really difficult to figure out where things are. It's been a while since I've done something like this, but at least more turrets can happen here. Although now we're starting to run short on our ore production. But we are starting to clear more of the field here, so let's get another one set up next to this. And then move the tank line up. And also these tanks who are kind of cut off by the wall. Okay, I think we need to start pushing this tank line down to clear this area. We're gonna need some more ore production if we want that artillery. So let's get you up a comfortable distance and start chopping that. Light takes in front to defend. I think our medium tank could stand to be here now. And then we can cut off a huge line of the trunks. But probably keep the one that's keeping the pink alive safe. Or not alive, but distant, which should work there. nicely, just carefully culling the enemy, which this guy could definitely do some more of. But now we have a lot more of the ore field cleared here. So let's set up some more defenses on this side. That should help, as we are running very short on resources, but not enough that we can't resume things. We do have a lot of money stored up, and I think we're starting to exhaust all of what's up here. And we definitely need to cut out more of these tendrils here. They're starting to damage our tanks. Although I feel like these ones are controlled by these large trunks here, so that's extra difficult. Let's pull another tank to back up this line. Ooh, there we go. We cleared out the right trunk, and it's more area that we have access to. Very good. Let's push up the medium tank and then try to cut off this trunk here. Really makes me wish we had the artillery. I feel like we could clear out really distant trunks that way. Okay, that didn't clear out as much as I would like. Let's take out some more up here, which is doing us a great deal of good. And then let's push the line over here and then get another medium tank to back up here. Come on, tank. I know you can reach it. Take it out before you get taken out. There we go. Ooh, yes, that was it. Excellent. So now this one up here. Okay, we now have 1,000 ore. Now we can start to hire some artillery. Exactly one, but it should be useful to us. Although our tanks here are starting to get a little overrun. We should pull them back, but we have to, you know, clear the path for them too. So everybody fall back to the turrets, as you need to take out these trunks here. And you are neglecting this one here. Why? But here's our artillery. Ooh, and that's a massive area. Okay, you hide behind the wall here. I really don't want to make more of you, except for one more to back up over here. And we're reaching about the limits of the tanks that we can create. But we can also increase how many we can make at our hub here. So that's 20 more units that we can hold. But the artillery should absolutely help here. Let's try it out on this trunk here and see how many hits it takes. So it fires a shot there. Away it goes, and kaboom! Whoa, it just one-shot it! Oh, that is extra helpful. This is really gonna turn things around. I feel like we don't have a choice anymore, and we need to start cutting off the vines, even the ones that are holding back the pink. So you need to get to the other side of the wall here and take out more of the trunks that are down here. So you take out that one right now, and then line up to take out this one. There we go. Oh, it missed. It slightly missed. Shoot here again. Thankfully, it shoots quickly. Okay, I guess it has to be really perfect to one-shot things, but this is really helping out our line. We're starting to clear out way more of the trunk area, and now we can hire more units. But right now, let's hire the artillery turret, so we can get those in place as well as permanent structures. And thankfully, though, it is targeting the stuff that is further away and the trunks that seem to be the most threatening, or it just shoots past it. It's kind of just shooting everywhere, isn't it? There we go, now we have the artillery turret unlocked. Although that is still kind of expensive, and we need more ore available to us. We're starting to dwindle, but the artillery can shoot up here now. We kind of have to. Actually, how about you shoot over here? That should clear out a major line of growth, hopefully. There, so now we have a lot more of the mining fields available. But also, the pink stuff is gonna start to move in. So we should definitely get our line defensive over here. And it would definitely help to have an artillery turret up on that cliff, so let's... Oh dear, who just got destroyed? It was over here? Oh, that's really not good. Artillery needs to cut off this one here. This is becoming quite dangerous all of a sudden. The tendrils are getting very bold, and the pink is starting to move down, so hopefully our line keeps up. We could definitely use some more defenses like the artillery behind the line of primary turrets, and then you guys need to move up. Oh no, a tank got stuck in the mine. Okay, well, let's just demolish it so you can move. I was wondering if there was something there. So now we're starting to clear out this ore deposit here, but we really need to move and take out this one. So more trunks need to be deleted over here. So we're starting to advance. Ooh, and the vines actually closed off over here. Okay, that's good. Now the pink can't advance. It is kind of ridiculous how long we've been at this, but I think we're still doing good. Let's set up a better line here, and then I know where you're going. You are not going to the front. Absolutely not. More mines exhausted. We're starting to run on fumes here, but as long as this vine stays alive, then that pink should be cut off, so we can start working our way towards this one, actually. If we could take out this blossom, then that would be huge. So let's let our artillery have some fun, firing at the growths that are way over here. There we go. Now they're freed. Okay, now cut off this here. The pink is starting to move in, but we'll be okay, I think. Now let's sever this vine here, because I think that's controlling this growth up here. There we go. Now that those are freed, let's move our tank line more towards this way. At least it's the one that we started in, and not the... Oh, great. The ones that we moved up here for are exhausted. We really need to take this one down here then. Also, are you stuck? I think you're stuck. Well, you can just hold the line there. You know what? Why don't we just have you self-destruct so you can actually, like, rejuvenate the unit count. And you're about to be destroyed. Don't do that. You did that. Okay, let's move the artillery tank up to here. Just enough so we can sever this line. And now the mine is getting damaged over here. Not fun. We should probably research the repair unit next. And now we cut off more of these vines here. If we can work our way back to this one, that'll free things up a great deal. And there's actually an ore deposit I can see peeking through here, so that would be another one to get to. But I think this one might be easier, as more mines are getting exhausted. And we have the repair unit unlocked now, so we can hire one of those to back up our troops. We have less than 1,000 money now, so we probably... Oh, our medium tank is starting to cut off the vine there. No, you did that. Oh dear. Okay, now we need to really hold back the pink. But also, this whole line just cleared out. Wow. Ooh, that exposes that mine there. Oh, we should definitely take advantage of this. You half move up to here, and then you stop moving and take out this right when you can. Okay, so now let's extend our power network out to here very nicely, very nice, to get in range of the ore deposits here, which the growth is still kind of overtaking. We can't have that. Okay, another ore deposit available to us. Excellent timing. Might as well make the most of a bad situation. Threat detected. Oh, yep, that's the things up here, isn't it? Okay, artillery, time to step up. We need you over here to start cutting off the pink vines right at this choke point. And I think I see the threat there now. They're like weird spitters, and I don't know the range that they have, but I don't want to find out either. But the artillery should be good at taking it out, or if we cut off the vine, then it should die on its own too. Okay, there it's taken out. Oh, geez, yep, a lot more threats are closing in. Okay, but it's time for the repair unit to back up these troops here, but also these pylons are kind of at risk, so we need more defenses up here, including some permanent structures, I think. Let's hope that they're permanent. Surprisingly enough, our power supply isn't even at risk of dwindling, and I think we're about to start losing the mines as well if we don't do something about this. And unfortunately, we're at the point where we have to finish under 60 minutes, but that's fine. As long as this happens. We are making some really good ground here, and we're starting to expose this ore vein as well. Good. Now, we definitely need some threat eliminations happening up here. I think we need another artillery tank on that side, but unfortunately, we don't have the funds for that, so we need to start sending off some more things. Actually, is there another mine that's depleted? That would help. It doesn't seem like it, so let's activate one of these rockets so we can still keep most of our funds as far as the ore is concerned. And then let's just cut this off here. We're already dealing with the pink vines, might as well deal with them en masse, as I think this guy is getting a bit aggressive. It's a little hard to tell. Oh, yep, there it is. He just spit on the tank. Ain't that rude. We don't need any more industry plants. Oh, great, but the pink is starting to encroach on the mines over here, too. So these light tanks here should definitely start cutting up this way. And is it just me, or do the pink vines grow a lot faster than the green ones? Oh, no way, we lost our repair tank. Oh, yikes. Because these vines are not getting culled enough. Ooh, but now they are. Okay, so the medium tank is surviving. But we could definitely stand to hire some more. Let's extend our power network up to here, so we can get some permanent defenses against the pink stuff. But the artillery could definitely cut this off, so those growths stop. We are pushing back. It's just a little bit slower than I would like. Also, do we have another artillery tank? I don't think we do. Not right now, anyway. Time to get this guy back up here. Okay, but we are starting to get some more tanks up here. Where do we want them, though? Probably up here, defending against these things. And you should just cut off this vine while you're here, to protect yourself, you know? Oh, great. Mine's got destroyed. Because they're encroaching on it here? Oh, yikes. Massive pushback here. Protect the artillery. Holy moly, that's taking a lot of damage. It does not have a lot of health, does it? Really need to cut off that vine. And cut off this vine, too. The pink stuff definitely grows faster than the green at this rate. We also have an artillery tank here that is not doing enough, and more empty mines. And another mine that got destroyed, so that's lovely. Oh, and it's also blocking the view of the artillery tank here, so that's extra good. But that's a major sever there, and then we can fire way up here to these ones for even bigger severance. Oh great, as things are getting destroyed, we have not enough damage happening to this vine here, and so many threats being detected. You think I don't know these things? But I feel like we could definitely use an artillery tank up here on this ridge just to keep this vine under control, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, we definitely need to start going on the offensive now, I think. It seems like this one is going to be the easiest to take care of just because it's a few major vines going down here, so we take care of that blossom. We can move up here to the pink one because it's closer, and then this one should be easy to deal with at the end. We thankfully have another artillery that's ready, so let's bring it up here to back up the medium tank, and then we can start to push things back over here with this artillery. We might just have to forsake this operation here, just because it's very overgrown. There's not a lot to salvage there. But now the artillery tank is in place over here, so that should help quell things. Thankfully, though, the major vines going down really clears up a lot. Now we can move up this line to act as a little more defense. And I think we have enough money now. Once this rocket sends off here, we can deactivate it to save on the ore, because we absolutely need more units. Okay, now the ore field is exposed over here. So let's retreat you this way a little bit. And then we build our power network to reach that minefield, or that ore field that we're gonna place mines in. Then it becomes a minefield. Although it's not the same minefield, but it's still a minefield. It's a field of mines. But man, the growths that are reaching down way over here are absolutely crazy. Man, it's like you stop focusing on one area to look somewhere else, and then that first area you're looking just gets overwhelmed. And the growths are still reaching like crazy over here. That vine is having a ridiculous amount of influence. Or actually, it might just be this one key part that is keeping it growing. But now pylons are getting damaged. Ooh, but that cleared it out. Yes. At least all of our small units are able to take out the massive trunks. Okay, now the ore field is exposed again, so let's place these down. And then extend the power a little bit more so we can get some defenses around there. Even if it is just a little bit of defense. But our 2 tanks over here are kinda stranded. Just need to constantly keep these massive vines in check. They might be able to cut off this one, actually. That would be huge. Just to free up a little bit of tension on the other side. If we could bring them all back to this choke point, that would be a major benefit. But that also means that this line needs to move up too. Thankfully, it seems like all the units over here have this under control. Now let's just keep these guys moving up to take out this vine here. Although those spitters have an incredible amount of range. But these tanks are also running on limited life support here. And so is our mining operation with how fast this is growing. So there go those 2 brave soldiers. We can replace them now though, and we'll set the rally point by the gate. It's just too bad I can't tell the turrets where to focus fire. We just need to back them up to each of the choke points, and also place down a few more mines. And then we push up this line here. Very good, that works. I don't really want to leave these vines unattended is the problem. But here, let's entertain our line moving over this way a little bit more to delete more of the vines that are threatening the mines. That's working beautifully. Oh, but now we just lost the mobile repair over here because I got distracted. But our artillery is here, so they can back up this line. And we should be able to get another repair unit. Yes. So now our artillery can do massive damage to these vines over here, and we should be able to push them back to this choke point. And you definitely need to start taking out these vines because they're closing in on our defensive tanks. Beautiful. Massive damage there. All that is clearing out. Now the big vine here. Beautiful. It is so satisfying to see the plant life recede. This is like the first game where destroying the environment is a good thing. But now all of this valley is actually pretty clear. So we should be able to move this line up like this to support things better in a better orientation. Now the artillery just has to keep up. We're almost to this choke point here. And there's only one vine that really cuts through here. So that can give our green guys a lot of breathing room. So I think these guys can back up the artillery here. And then you just keep on attacking the vines growing out here. We need that choke point. And then, ooh, the artillery cut off there. Excellent. This line can move up just enough that we can attack these vines here. There we go. That should work. So now that that one's taken out, then we attack here. Oh dear, but again, as soon as you focus somewhere else, another line is at risk. How are these guys doing so well? That was like an accident, but they're also almost not doing well. And then you just move a little bit up. Okay, there's one more big vine over here. Please remove it. And then you aren't doing any sort of healing whatsoever. I think you should be with this line here. Can we call in another repair? We can. There we go, there we go. Okay, now the mines there are safe. It doesn't seem like they grow super fast, but they also do at times. That is ridiculous. But now we can move up and hold this choke point. But you stay way back here. Let's try to get things stabilized before we move forward. Can we build our power network up to where our troops are? Because then we can put a wall here. Let's build it behind them like this, just to go across the way. That should work. And I don't know why the attacking thing doesn't... Oh wait, that's a repair tank. I thought that was a medium tank. What are you doing at the front? Healers don't lead the charge, but he still can attack here. I guess it's an elevation thing. Although the attack circle should be accounting for that, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Either way, we are still holding the choke point here. And my goodness, you give them an inch, and they just take down everything. Although our guys over here should be able to sustain themselves. Hey, medium tank, you mind turning around and shooting that? Thank you very much. If we can shut them out of this valley, that should be huge. But why are you way up there, artillery? That is not the play here. There, now we can move up to this choke point here. Push forward and probably hire some more light defenses, because my goodness, can we afford it? And another artillery. And our rally point is still over here. We could probably move it down here now, actually. And you're just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Join this line up here. Why are you up there? I thought I picked a medium tank for that. Goodness gracious. But this is working now, and we're still holding line over here. Although you kind of need to move to peek around the wall and destroy that vine there. That should help things. And then our artillery that was spawned here, I think can be used to back up the line here. Just so there's another line of things over here. Oh, great, and we're losing that. So that's, you know, great timing there. This is definitely a harder choke point because it's 2 or 3 convergences all in one spot. But now we have 2 artilleries over here, so that should help things. And then, okay, we have our line up here. So let's get some defenses along the edge of things. Hoping that those tendrils over there can't reach and hit our defenses over the edge. And we're getting really close to the blossom here, but the vines are certainly getting thicker in response. So let's move those up there as well, and then our artillery can keep shooting up here. If we can get within range that our artillery can hit the blossom, that should solve all of our problems. Now let's get more mining operations over here because those mines are already starting to get depleted. At least that means we can get a little bit of money back. And then you guys can join... Should you join up here? You might not need to join up here. This is a pretty small containment force. Maybe you should come over here instead. I feel like that's a good idea. The thing is, we'll have to move pretty quick to contain the pink growth once that starts up again. And it definitely seems like it's getting thicker in here as a defense mechanism sort of thing. Can artillery actually shoot up here? That's actually crazy. But I don't want that to regrow. There's no problem happening there. We really should have 2 healing tanks in each area so they can heal each other. But now we actually have the funds to make another healing tank. And this guy actually isn't in threat right now. It's this guy over here that almost went down, and it's still almost about to go down. Because artillery just has the weirdest blind spots thanks to this pylon. At least our healing tanks are kind of keeping up with the damage here. At least enough so that artillery can clean things up. Okay, now we can back things up more here. Oh gosh, that vine is really moving in now. I didn't realize that happened. Thankfully, it's a problem that's easily rectified. But now our units that aren't doing anything should back up the thing over here. And they're actually shooting up on the ledge because they're starting to get bored. But we are pushing forward here still. And that's another major vine there. Oh, the bud's actually in range. Oh, let's start taking it out, which should take out the vines around it, hopefully, because of splash damage. Yes, we're starting to destroy it. And thankfully, it doesn't look like it heals. Just a few more hits. Hold the line, folks. Which I guess actually isn't destroying the vines here, but I don't think we need to worry about that anymore. One more hit should do it. And yes, we took out the blossom here. Oh, beautiful. Move up the line here. We need to hold back the pink because it is definitely not going to be happy about that. Oh, great. We lost the mobile repair over here. That was a new one that I hired. Tanks, what are you doing? Rule number 1 of any team operation is protect the healer. Oh, goodness. Other things aren't moving. Why aren't they moving? So let's close up there as well. Thankfully, our medium stuff is not slow like our artillery is. Oh, fresh ore fields, how I love you. But man, that pink stuff just grows so fast. It is nice that you destroy one random spot and then a line of it just dies. But do we need more artillery? I feel like we need more artillery. We for sure need to send another healing tank down here to replace the one that was lost. Oh, no way, we're out of power? Haven't had that happen for a while. Thankfully, though, we have funds stored up to build a lot more advanced panels. Let's pull back the troops if we can to be within range of the healing tank. Need to stunt these growths for a little bit so we can recuperate. But that is getting to be a much more thicker line of growths here too that are damaging us. Oh gosh, and they're reaching around the side too? Yeah, we definitely need defenses here. Pair them up with the pylons if we can, and just start cutting off the growths. The problem is this is a lot more area that we have to protect as well. And we lost another mobile repair over here? What was this guy doing? Oh, he was just out of range. But why are you letting the trunks get this close? You are failing at your job, artillery. But we gotta keep focus over here. We can't afford any slip-ups over here. But of course they are slipping up. And you need to be in the front line over there. Now let's hire... Ooh, we can hire 3 more? Oh, that's gonna be nice. Maybe if we move these guys up that are holding the canyon, then we can support up here, although that's a little bit to keep track of. But that is a major choke point there. So maybe we should move this up. We can at least put them in front of the gate. So now they're starting to protect even better. Oh, great. No, we lost artillery up here and the healing tank. Why do they grow so complacent? Actually, should we just build a light factory up here? Let's just do that. And now we have spitters that are threatening our units. They just need to hold out for... Oh, this lab is done. Nice. or not lab, factory. If we can cut them off here, then that'll free up all of our troops to focus on the green stuff. But I feel like it might get more intense up here for our troops as a result. But we'll deal with that when it happens. For now though, just keep moving things up. And wow, okay, hold on. You need to back up the troops up here for a little bit. This stuff is growing excessively fast. No way, the exit's blocked now too? Oh, great. So I guess we still need this guy to do stuff. I just spawned 2 more artilleries. I don't know if I needed to, probably not. But sure enough, you push one way, they push even harder another way. Okay, our light tanks are free. Let's fall them back so we can free up the entrance here. That I did not see coming. Oh, and we lost the light factory anyway. Okay, so that certainly needs to go a little bit further back here to safety. And if you two could cut off that vine, that would be amazing. At least we have defenses. We could definitely use more though. Okay, we've sent off enough resources. I think we need to start saving more, so let's deactivate that one once that one comes back. At least the guys in the canyon are doing okay, but our artillery is of course in front again. Don't know why. There we go. Once that's cut off, you can focus up here a little bit more. This is getting crazy amount of growth right now. And thankfully we can afford artillery now. There we go. Free up the troop there. Move. And there's our artillery. Yes. Oh, we are so back. And we just need a little more to get to the choke point. But that is certainly making it more intense up here as a result. Look at how thick that is now. We might honestly need like a few artillery up here if we can afford it. Ooh. Oh, they killed the vine over here. Yes, it's all dying down. Oh, that is amazing. Okay, we need things to move into position. I didn't realize so many artilleries got sent over here. Okay, I guess I queued up a whole bunch of artillery. That would explain some things. Oh, they have so much breathing room now. We should move these to be there. I feel like our turrets can hold the line on this green stuff well enough with some supports from our artillery. We got guys taking the long walk over here, and all of these mines are depleted? Wow. Thankfully, there's still ground over here that we can put mines down on and be worth it. But man, we cannot waste any time up here. And they really like to keep moving in here. But that means we can also just keep cutting off this vine and stop the growth down here. While our guys can still... Okay, now the artillery's moving up there. Let's get a few more medium tanks, I think. And maybe spread these guys out. Although they just end up in a line anyway. That's all well and good. But we definitely need the extra artillery that's rolling up to get rid of all these massive growths here. It looks like they're all spawning way up here too, so we can't even like cut them off in a appreciative way. All right, let's actually get a processing plant here if we can help it to boost some more mines, because I forgot about that. It's been a weekend. At least they do overlap in quite a few places where we can take out multiple vines at once. But okay, this artillery team can be number 1 because I'm pretty sure the first number 1 got destroyed. And 3 shells together is a bit much, but we want to be sure. Just a whole volley of them. Oh man, I just wish the shells were bigger. This would look so cool. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. The green here is getting a little out of control, so our choke point security here is getting cut off. At least it's easy to take care of. Although something weird is happening to the vine here. It really ramps up if you take out one of them, it seems like. And we definitely need another healing tank on this ridge. Okay, but that stuff is dying out, so we can move these guys up a little bit. And we should really move these guys up, actually, for more choke point security here. Need you to target right there. Just absolute annihilation. That's what we're looking for. No, the healing tank just went down. Now we gotta make another one. I feel like we're at the point where we might not need any more resources as long as we keep up the attack like this. We also just have a massive power bank right now. It's working. It's working. And now you can get right to there, and now these guys down here never have to worry about the pink again. And then our guys here, oh my gosh, that was growing fast. Our guys here, hopefully you never have to as well as soon as they're done here. Which it is kind of cool being able to drag out the formation like that. Get really satisfying results. We're almost at unit maximum here too, which is even crazier, but this is really good progress we're making. Ooh, actually, our artillery should be able to come up here and target right over there because that's all that vine. Artillery down here might actually be able to reach this blossom right here, which I don't even know if you can actually qualify that as a blossom. It's like a tumor. There we go, very nice. Our guy down here should be able to creep up here then, and then reach the blossom. We might not need this line to go up there, although we're definitely gonna need a line of troops here to hold off the green, so maybe let's not target the blossom just yet until we get more troops rallied up here of lights and some mediums. This is where having multiple light factories would be good, but we also shouldn't need to, hopefully. Oh yes, the pink is finally gonna go down. Cannot deploy unit? What do you mean? Oh, the command limit reached. I forgot about that. An interesting problem to have. But now these two forces can meet up here. Even though they're really putting the fight to the vines over here, or the vines putting the fight to our troops over here. But there goes the pink blossom. Yes. Okay. Everybody get over here as soon as possible. That is so fun seeing that tank column roll out. And I think our guys up here have the best chance of reaching this stuff, actually. Do we have artillery that isn't being used? We do. So you can actually come down here, and then you just keep this vine in check. And this is working so much better. Okay, so our artillery is almost there. Man, he's slow. But here, let's get some more permanent defenses here as well, just to back up the artillery unit. So if we just hold the line up here, our assassin artillery, which is an interesting turn of phrase, might be able to target the blossom up here. Or at least make it easier for our troops to move up. I love the way that this is shaking out. We are not getting most of our optional objectives, but we are definitely keeping the hostile coverage under 90%. We don't talk about how long this is taking. I am not fast when it comes to RTS games. Anybody that watches me and Blitz play Forts knows this. So I guess he can't reach the blossom from down here, which is too bad, but he can still help our troops up here. This is working nicely. Oh, I love that arrangement. And then it immediately gets destroyed. But then we also need to cut off this trunk as soon as possible because that's gonna creep around our backside. Thankfully though, 4 artillery should be able to do it. There it is. Our tanks and the blossom are in sight on the same screen. And our light units are just rolling in, ready to do the dirty work. Wow. Okay, but now they're stuck. The zeal is getting to them, I think. And actually, artillery should have enough room to get to this T section here. Oh, this is working nicely. And the vines are still making no progress down here. I love this. I love it so much. Actually, you know what? Everybody should have the range to attack the blossom directly. Our artillery stops moving, and yes! We're destroying the last blossom! Oh, destroy it all the way down to bits! Use it for firewood. We did it! We beat the Calyx! The dangerous plant growth that was harming our mining operations. Oh, and it all whittles away. Whew! We got one optional objective. I'm okay with that. And the crazy thing is, this was only the demo. I can't even imagine the craziness that happens in the full game. But if you guys want to see more of Calyx once it releases, then be sure to let me know. That was actually a lot of fun. Really brought me back to the Creeper World days. So thank you guys very much for watching. And also check out the Creeper World playlist if you haven't. Sub to Intern. And I would like to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Deviant Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Haple Harold, Peggy Sue, Drupalong, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarity, Sands, V, Killer Squad, Mousy Mouse Nicholas, Igor Shradi, McKenna Chan, and Liam.